candles.
Johnny Barker.
It's too late now, Dad. It's too late now.
You can work that out, isn't it? Can work that out,
We're going to start singing now. Thank you.
Hey to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear friend, happy birthday to you. Hey! 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 Yeah, boy!
Put him down, Sheila.
Thank you very much for that. And I think eldest son, I was going to say number one, but I think he wants to say something and but he doesn't get this opportunity.
I actually get this opportunity every day.
He doesn't talk too long.
Oh no, of course it is.
Obviously, he's used to student
First of all, thank you for all coming today, and I'm really surprised that Dad has this number of friends in as some of you know, many of you know, I actually do teach, and I teach children, and I'm quite competent, and I feel confident teaching and talking to children.
Well, just back to you.
So I've been encouraged that just pretend that you're very little. It should be okay. But look, there's nothing formal here. But I just wanted to. My laptop's gone down. There we go. I just wanted to just read something that I put together this morning, and then. But before I do that, I just would like. Does anyone like to say anything about Fred, about Dad now?
Yes, I have known Fred.
Okay, we'll get this done. We'll get it out of the way so we get some cake and the other food. Okay, so right. So because I'm just going to read this.
I was just going to say, I've known Fred and Sheila for 40 years. And the thing about Fred that I've always admired is he's a trier. He tries everything, doesn't he? You know, had a go at lots of things.
She's including some of those things in this little list here. Okay, I'll just read this thing so we can get into the... Did I hear you say Dad never finished anything? Dad, did you put the bung in the lifeboat? The one down at the Asher 2? The Asher 2?
I forgot.
Right, because Dad is now 80, he's seen a lot of changes in his own lifetime. Some of those changes include recovering from the 1930s depression, the Second World War, seen from the eyes of a schoolboy,
Oh, he's
as
a
written
teacher,
in his
isn't he?
book, Tommy Johnson's Threatening Bits, the Korean War, introduction of television, transistor radio, radio. Not to mention his own national service as a gunner in the 31st Training Regiment of the Royal Artillery. Meeting a lovely girl, Sheila, at the Fullybooks. The Cold War. Actually, Dad, I'm not sure which came first, me and Mum or the Cold War. Moving on in history, we go to the assassination of President Kennedy. Mum used to tell me about, you saw it on the TV, I don't remember it myself. The Civil Rights Movement, which this is a bit of an American thing, I know, but the Vietnam War, the moon landing, Corporal Jones and Captain Mannering. The fall of excuse me.
Somebody needs a helpline.
The fall of the Berlin Wall. Cell phones, computers, Trade Me, and Facebook. Well, I know Facebook's got a lot to do with you. And more recently, we've got the worldwide recession, where the poor performing United States economy has been blamed for the small number of Americans being caught sneaking into Mexico.
But I think that was his fault.
What's new?
And the wrapping up, here we go for the wrapping up. Well, this is longer than what I thought it would go. Both Dad and I, Mum, shush. Mum, put your pens down. Pay attention, put your pen down.
I thought you said pens down.
Okay, both Dad and I are now in competition for a very scarce resource. This is a reward that the governments of the UK and New Zealand award to their servicemen and women as recognition for the defence of their country in peacetime. And I'm just thinking, Ken, you might be entitled to it as well. This is the Defence Service Medal. Apparently I'm entitled to it. I don't know if you guys are, but he seems to think that he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not sure? Look it up. Sally,
Recently,
Sally, look it up.
I
Is
recently,
Dad entitled to the Defence Medal? Okay.
Go and get that award.
Did he have to serve during the war?
I'm about to say,
Are there any
it's
personal
for
speeches?
peacetime, okay? It's for peacetime. Now, I've heard that, Dad, there's only one left in the stores depot, okay? And apparently the Air Force comes alphabetically before artillery, army, etc. So I'm very sorry. So I'll get it before you do. Okay.
It was mean.
Right. This modest award will top a list of achievements that includes 2 years of national service, 31st training for Lilith, 9 years National Staffordshire County Fire Brigade service. Ken, were you involved in that too, I believe? Yeah, there you go. A Knights of the Road award together with Brother Ken.
look, I'd love to tell you a tale about that.
Well, go on.
When do you turn 80? Okay.
Now's the time to tell it when you're finished.
Yep, absolutely.
Blah blah blah. Leaving his homeland to start a life here in New Zealand, building his own home. Now meeting Prince Charles with his involvement with the Waimak Ashley lifeboat. Writing his memoirs in the book that everyone seems to know about by now. And experiencing one of New Zealand's most significant earthquakes. Now, but above all, let's just tab this up. But above all, and most importantly, it's the people here tonight that I've met too. Family, friends, near and far, that have developed positive relationships with my family, Dad included, over all this time. I just want to say, on behalf of myself and the family, thank you for supporting Fred and Sheila all this time. Finally, Dad, you've reached the age of 80 years, and Mum, you stayed with him most of that time. On this special occasion, I'd just like to raise a toast to Dad and Mum. So if you'd just like to grab your glass, or it doesn't have to be, you haven't got one, don't worry about it. To Fred and Sheila.
Fred and Sheila.
Well done, friend.
Now, Ken, you want to talk about this Knights of the Road? What happened?
Well, Fred was, he bought a motorbike. And I don't know what old he was, about 20 something. And we used to go to these, they call it motocross here. What did they call it in England? They used to call it scrambling. Scrambling. Well, he got rid of his bike because I think he smashed it up or did something with it, didn't he? So he made a bit of a mess of it at one stage. And he then graduated to a van. Mainly because he was starting to work on his own, and that was his mode of transport. Well, we decided we were going to go up to Hawkeston Park. And on the way, he said we should, he started to talk about the News of the World Knights of the Road Award. And he said if you see anybody on the broken down, we'll stop and see if what we can get out of it.
The truth is coming out.
Not quite as bad as that. But anyway, we went to the meeting and then we came back, or came out, and just a bit further down the road there was a car stopped with this family in it that were obviously broken down, and so Fred said, well, we'll stop and see if they want a hand. So we gave them, they couldn't drive the car, so Fred gave them all the lift, and someone was sitting in the back of the van as well. And he did mention about this News of the World thing, and so a bit later on, I got a letter in the post, which said from the News of the World, and that I'd been awarded a News of the World Knights Road Award. Of course he was... You can imagine, he said that's supposed to be for me. But anyway, a few days later, he gets a letter as well, which was virtually the same thing. He'd been awarded this thing. And then a bit later after that, I got a small parcel in the post, and it had New Zealand the News of the World Knights of the Road Award, which was a very nice car badge. It was done in crown, we did a knight's helmet on and all this sort of thing. A really nice thing. I didn't even have a vehicle. So he was, I think he was probably seething a bit at that stage. But anyway, a bit later on, of course, he gets one as well. So, unfortunately, mine got pinched over at West Melton at some stage or other. But Fred's still got his one.
No, I've never seen it.
Have you not got it?
No, we'll have to look it
So that's the Knights of the Road Award we don't have, and it's my granddad's World War I medals we don't have, and there's a whole lot of other stuff. Anyway, what is amazing about this, Ken, is you're telling a story. Huh?
We still got him.
Oh, well, that's true. That's true. The amazing thing about this is the amazing thing, of course, is Ken, you managed to tell that story, and you didn't need this.
Something else too, you know, if you have a good look at him, and I don't suppose you want to, but underneath this chin here, he's got a scar which runs along there. My father gave us all nicknames when we were young. Everybody nicknamed, including my sisters. His name was Anna because he was beautiful to be able to run quite fast. And anyway, he thought he could run faster than a truck. And he hung on the back of this, this is when he was about 11, he hung on the back of this truck. And of course started to run with it. And eventually, of course, his legs wouldn't keep up with it. So down he went. And he cut his chin right round there. And I bet $1 he's still there.
You'll get
put
your
down
own
a
dance
record.
right there.